probably know that. And I've been rocking it pretty hard. But this morning I had to I felt like this was the vuvuzela sound you should hear, just struggles because today I feel like the guy I've always been, which is a guy who loves the Rowdies but hates soccer. And yesterday was an example of why I have so much trouble really fully getting in on soccer, why I have so much trouble embracing soccer. And we'll talk to Jeff Attinella about that in a little bit, because it just, yesterday, if you didn't know, if you're not dialed in on the World Cup like I am, World Cup expert for 2026, Pat Donovan, or not, here's what happened yesterday. Spain, who I've been told by my experts, and we'll talk to Jeff Attinella about it today, Spain allegedly one of the favorites to win the entire thing. Sam, have you heard that Spain was allegedly one of the favorites by experts to win this whole thing?
They were, in fact.
They were, yeah. They are now without a victory through their first game. They did not lose either, though, because they had the very famous tie in soccer. And here's one of the issues I've always had with soccer. Like, the offsides rule is too strict. I feel like if you made it closer or more like the NHL offsides rule, you'd probably end up with a lot more goals. And maybe that would be really good for your sport. I don't know. I know I'm just a dumb American who doesn't get this game that the whole world loves so much. But when Spain and Cape Verde, which love to Cape Verde. I grew up in Wareham, Massachusetts. Lots of Cape Verdeans. I grew up around a lot of Cape Verdeans. So love to Cape Verde. Spain, Cape Verde, by the way, is like a island the size of, I don't know, Tampa. And they tied with Spain yesterday, 0-0. 0-0 for you soccer freaks. 0-0 in the first game of the day yesterday between Spain and Cape Verde. Fast forward, though, because we still had more action on the pitch. More action on the pitch. And boy, was it good when Belgium and Egypt played their hearts out for their country to a 1-1 tie. A 1-1 tie. 90 minutes of soccer and one goal for each team. But hey, that's better. That's better than 0 for Spain and 0 for Cape Verde. So we're getting somewhere yesterday. We are getting somewhere. But we had more action. Saudi Arabia, with all the money in the world, even though they blew so much on Live, Saudi Arabia took on Uruguay in another battle between countries playing for their countries, men playing for their countries, putting everything on the line for yet another 1-1 tie between Saudi Arabia and Uruguay yesterday. But fear not, soccer fans, because we had one more. We had one more. What are they called again, Sam? They're not a friendly, a fixture. We had one more fixture yesterday, Sam Cohen. And it was Iran against New Zealand. I was on the radio in New Zealand once, and I thought I was on in Australia. And I said, it's a thrill to be on the radio in Australia. And they said, oh, you're on in New Zealand. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I feel like such a donkey. I misheard my producer when he was telling me, like, what show, like, what station I was going on. And he goes, oh, it's all right, Pat. It's just like Australia here, only beautiful. Iran and New Zealand last night in the nightcap for your World Cup soccer action. And those, once again, men playing for the love of country, the patriotism across the board in all of these games just through the roof. The competition level just excellent. This is the World Cup. And Iran and New Zealand played to a 2-2 tie.
That game got a little controversial last night.
Oh, good, good. They need something, for crying out loud. If they're not going to have goals and victories, let's at least have some controversy.
Should we get into it or save it for top headlines?
What do you want to do? You're the man in charge over here.
Well, so
I'm just a fat
this
guy
is-
with a microphone. You know what I mean? I just like to take orders.
This is allegedly, this is coming from the Iranian soccer coach. Allegedly, the Iran team claims it was not allowed to remain in the United States after their game in Los Angeles, and they had to return. So every country has had like a home base per se.
So what, do they go back and forth?
They had to go back to their home base in Tijuana, Mexico.
Oh, that's not that far.
Not that far, but
That's not that far.
it's shaking up some news that they weren't allowed to stay here in the land of the born and free.
They're like, didn't we just get a deal? I thought there was a deal.
They're like,
The
"Didn't we
hell's
just
going
open
on
the
here?"
Straight?
Listen, Mexico's beautiful, all right? Mexico's beautiful. Our friend Greg Wolf, as I mentioned yesterday during Things I Like, is in Mexico right now doing a great job for World Cup soccer, by the way. Greg is going to join us on Friday. He's going to be on the phone with us at 8:30 on Friday, live from Mexico, talking World Cup soccer and about his experience out there because it just looks awesome. But I got a problem, man. I got a problem with the fact that there were 4 World Cup games yesterday. And I'm always, when I would say I don't like MLS or whatever else, it's always, oh, you got to watch the international. When it's, World Cup, that's when it's the best of the best. 4 ties yesterday, or draws for you soccer fans. I mean, come on. Your game is broken. Your game is broken. I will tell Jeff Adela today, your game is broken. If a tie happens could you imagine 4 ties on an NFL Sunday? We don't have 4 ties in an NFL season.
I don't know that there's been 4 ties in the last 5 NFL seasons combined.
I think there might be. But regardless, it's just, I mean, come on.
Also, the thing with the tie,
the game's broken.
the thing with the tie that drives me nuts, Pat, is it's one thing if you tie during the NFL regular season. Like, this is the World Cup, right? Like,
it's basically
and I
a
understand,
playoff.
it's the group stage. It's the World Cup. Go to overtime. Go
Reminds
to
me of
penalty
group
kicks.
something else, Sam Cohen.
Like, you wouldn't have ties in the NFL playoff.
Does it not remind you of a group something else? Happens in a circle. I'm just saying, like, 4 ties, a lot of sister kissing. Aaron had, like, when we first started the show or years ago, he had never heard of a tie being called kissing your sister. He thought it was the crazy. You've heard that, right?
I'll be honest, I have not.
Is that just my generation? That was a saying forever. Like, a tie is just like kissing your sister. All right.
Can I get that? Like,
my generation.
Why is that?
Because it's gross. A tie is gross. It's gross, soccer fans. We got 4 of them yesterday in the World Cup. I'm trying to embrace this game, and they give me 4 ties yesterday. Shame bells all. You know what? Soccer for 4 ties yesterday? Oh, damn it. My mouse is just like, this is for you, soccer.
Shame. Shame.